Hello, everyone. Welcome to Rose and Carter Do the JOB. We're an episode behind, in essence, so we've moved everything back. So even though it's Monday, we're doing Tag Team Day, which we should have done Friday, and then we'll do the show like we normally would on a Wednesday, and then the singles that would have been Friday will be on next Friday, in essence. No, that we would have been the Tag Team Friday. You know what I'm saying? We moved everything along one. It's Bully Boy's pick of tag teams. The Islanders. Good choice, Bully Boy.
Yeah, I thought I'd go for someone a bit different. That's the good thing about these fucking. We just pick anyone, don't we? Really, like we have no idea who we're gonna come up with, and we ain't going for the people you'd expect. And I've seen a bit of them, because they're like from my favorite era anyway. But there's still a lot of them. A lot of their matches I've not come across, so it's quite good watching them.
It was nice to watch the TV matches, because I think everyone's seen the WrestleMania 4 6-man tag and that kind of stuff. Like the more popular matches of theirs.
Yeah.
Stuff from TV that I hadn't seen before anyway. But one of the 4 before, and that's it. So it's pretty cool to see somebody, something different. So the Islanders was Haku and Tama, and then for a little while, apparently Stevie Affey was in the team, according to Wikipedia, so it's got to be true.
All right.
Between 1986 and 1988, they were faces at first.
Yeah.
Even though they were a pretty big face tag team, Wikipedia said they were left off WrestleMania 3, which must have been quite a pisser, because literally every fucker was on that.
They were, weren't they?
Yeah. So I'm sure they could have been fucking slipped in somehow.
Well, I mean, you've got fucking WrestleMania 3. Like, you'd have thought they'd have been on that.
With tags on there.
You are?
There's like 41 tag matches on there.
Well, the opener's a tag, isn't it? With Orton and...
Yeah. And the Killer Bees and Iron Sheik and Nikolai. That was a tag. 6-man tag with the Hearts and Danny Davis.
Yeah.
Against the Bulldogs and Tito, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I tell you what, the New Dream Team, is it? No, yeah.
Was it
Beefcake Norton, Beefcake and Valentine?
Yeah.
Sure, they were. So I can't fuck knows anyway. But there was a lot of tags.
There was a lot of tags.
The heel run where they turned on, well, not turned on, but it kind of happened in a Can-Am Connection match. Like face against face. Bobby Heenan appeared, apparently. Then they attacked the Can-Am Connection. Tama gave Zenka flying headbutt on the floor. They're now Bobby Heenan's team. 2 major feuds. Apparently, the Strike Force was one, and the main one with the Bulldogs. When they sort of nicked the dog, and that led to WrestleMania 4 when Bobby Heenan had the fucking dog catcher suit thing on. With the boy, it was fabulous. On April the 21st, 1988, CV Affey joined to make a 3-man team.
Oh, okay.
But 3 days later, Tama left. Doesn't say why.
Oh.
And then CV Affey and Haku only did 1 more month after that. So either CV caught heat and Tama fucked off, or there was plans for him to go anyway and just run with the 2. But when you've got Tama and CV and Haku, Tonga Kid and Haku, CV Affey didn't come close, really. Does he? I mean, he's all right, but he's not fucking Haku or Kid, is he?
I'd never fucking heard of CV Affey until I was watching a few years ago. I got this Superstar set from 1990. So he must have been around for a few years, in the WF thing, because I'd never heard of him.
Around a while before that, maybe 86, 87 time. I remember seeing him on, singles. Only kind of glorified kind of enhancement, like low level, low card matches. But he had a job. It wasn't like he was just brought in with the fucking jobber crew. But he never really shone. I think he tagged. He was really the Snooker replacement at first. Like because Snooker didn't come back till '89. He was like, trying to be the new Snooker, wasn't he? I'm sure he teamed with maybe Steamboat or something, or could have even been a Haku before they were the Islanders. Fuck knows.
All right.
Anyway, match wise, what was your first?
My first match is from It's from September the 13th, 1986.
Moondogs.
Yeah, have you got that one?
I got it. It was my first two.
Yeah, I thought you might fucking have that one, but I thought I want to watch that one, so I'll pick that.
Yeah. So it was Haku with King Tonga here.
You are?
Haku was called King Tonga here, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
King Tonga and the Tonga Kid.
Yeah.
So what do you make of that, mate?
Right, let's see what I fucking put down on my notes. I watched these on Thursday, so it's a few days ago now. And what have I put here? It was almost, this match was like, it was pretty short, weren't it?
Yeah.
I thought it would have been a bit more of a fucking. I'm guessing what month did they form, the Islanders? Do you know? Did it say, or was it just the year?
No, it was just 86.
So this was like, I don't know how new they were then, but they were pretty new then. It's this year. So I don't know if they were just trying to fucking, build them like, in their early going.
I mean, why would you build them so quickly against somebody like the Moondogs? Though, like you'd give it. I'm not saying don't put them over the Moondogs, but in fucking 4 minutes, it's a bit of a piss take, isn't it?
That's what I put at the end. I put it like it was a fun match, but it was pretty quick, and it was almost like a fucking squash match as well, wasn't it? It was like no, it wasn't just a total squash, but practically there was fucking the Moondogs as well. Like you could have picked any two guys to put them over, and they've put them over the Moondogs, which was a bit shocking, to be honest. But no, it was alright. It was just a basic match, wasn't it? Really, quick match, and it was like I say, it was almost a fucking squash, wasn't it?
Yeah. They were in trunks, rather. They became when they got sort of to the heel team, or a bit later on, they had the longer tights on. They had trunks on at this point, didn't they?
Yeah, did they?
Yeah. I've written that Haku's attention to detail is very good. Like watching, I watch wrestling in 3 different ways, really. Like super fan, like I am, wrestler fan, like I am, and wrestler as a wrestler. Like to learn things.
Yeah.
The fan is like popping and the mark in me, and the wrestler fan is watching and kind of asking why. I wonder why he did that at that point, or that kind of stuff. And Haku's attention to detail, like, is he's always in the right place more than anyone else in this match. He seemed to fucking blindfold. He could know exactly where he is. And I noticed that from his fucking leaps and his fucking drop kicks and shit. It was just, I can't remember what made me write that, but it must have been something fucking, something he did that made me think, oh fuck me. Oh, that honky tonk promo midway through about Mr. Wonderful. That kind of shit on the fact that there was 2 established tag teams wrestling each other, because it was a promo about fuck all to do with the match. Like they only had 4 minutes anyway, and now they've got Honky Tonk Man getting in the way of that.
Yeah, I know what you're saying about that. We're going back to the Haku thing. Like I think fucking Haku, like you were saying, with his attention to detail. I think Haku was a fucking phenomenal wrestler. Like he really was that good. And it's like when you hear about everyone talk about him, all the old guys and everything, they all will like he's more famous fucking out the ring any than he is in it because he's a fucking, you know, a proper hard cunt. And it's like it's quite funny, really, because no one ever mentions about his fucking wrestling, do they? Because they talk about
forgotten about it. He's always mentioned, but never about his. You know, it's not. Oh, did Haku do well when he was wrestling fucking Warrior? It was didn't do Haku do well when he was in the bar eating someone's face.
Yeah, like it's always fucking. Oh, I've got a Haku story here, or you know, let me tell you about the time he fucked this guy up, or whatever. But it's like never about his matches. But his matches, some like you're saying, like he's really fucking so talented. He was so athletic as well. And didn't he used to be a fucking sumo wrestler or something? I'm sure they said he did. Like,
Yeah, apparently so. Whether
which I
that's
find,
true, but
like,
he clearly respects wrestling because he was one that trained in Japan, wasn't he? So he
yeah,
was like, you know, like they have the Japanese young boys that come to the ring and that kind of. He was Harley Race's Japanese young boy.
right,
So,
yeah,
like, you
yeah,
know,
I heard that.
Harley went to Japan. So the matches from like Rumble '89 that he had with Harley must have been a pretty big fucking thing for him. And for
Yeah,
Harley to put
definitely,
him
yeah.
over was like passing the torch. And
Mm,
when you think about their not career direction so much, but their kind of lifestyles and their abilities, they're very similar, aren't they?
mm,
Haku and Harley. You know, I mean, Haku's never been fucking NWA World Champion, but very much that rugged style and fucking double hard bastard.
mm.
So you know, must have been fucking huge for Haku at that point.
Oh, definitely, yeah,
The finish was a splash,
yeah, yeah.
which was pretty that's kind of an expected Islander finish. You wouldn't expect much else really, other than a fucking kick to the throat, which is pretty villainy in it. So the splash was expected.
Yeah.
Do you want to do your second one, mate? As I had that one as well.
Was that your first one then, or?
That was my first one.
Yeah. So my second one is from Boston Garden. I love a good Boston show.
Yes, lad.
1987. It's only got the year. It doesn't say when it's from, and
Okay.
it's against Demolition.
Okay.
So I don't recall ever seeing this match before. I possibly had, but if I had, it had been a long time ago. What have I put here? Right. So basically, yeah, I put the match really flows well. Long shine from both the faces, like which is like the Islanders were faces in this one. They do the old knee to the back for the cut off. You know, we love that one. It's all we've got really. Um, oh yeah, there's a good little spot in it where it's like explaining it is a bit difficult, but it's simple as fuck. But it's like you just don't see it now. In fact, you rarely seen it back then as well. It's literally Axe is there is exchanging punches with one of them, whoever's like the legal guy, just like fucking back and forth, boom boom. As the Islanders kind of getting the fucking upper hand on him as they're just literally going back and forth nailing each other. All fucking Axe does is literally just reaches out his hand as he's taking a shot to the, you know what I mean, like a punch. So he's near the ropes and fucking Smash gets the tag in and he doesn't see it and boom, they just fucking take over. Like real simple blind tag. But
yeah.
like, yeah, there's no
Which,
fucking.
which is proof that when you've got four people that know what they're fucking doing, it doesn't have to be spectacular. Just reaching out
Yeah.
a hand, and it
Like,
makes
no,
all the difference. It's fucking genius.
and that's the thing as well. Like when I try to put like matches together and try to come up with spots, like I think a lot of people kind of look at me like you know, because it's not fucking flashy or it's not very special or it's not like intricate, but it doesn't always have to be. you can have something like this, and it works perfectly. Even in this day and age, it'll work perfectly because you don't fucking see it anymore. Like, so why wouldn't it work? Like, it was perfect. It was a nice little, yeah,
But for
nice.
you to do as the sly little villain bastard, because it's like desperation for you to just reach out and hope for the best, isn't it? So
Yeah.
for the villain to be lucky pisses punters off.
Hmm. Um. Yeah, I haven't really wrote too much about it, but I just remember that spot quite vividly. And the demolition went over with the finish. I put it was a great match, and I also put Islanders. Like at the end, I thought that really they could have had a run with the tag belts. Like
Oh yeah,
they were at a point where I feel there was that many great tag teams during that era.
yeah,
Like
they were lost in the shuffle of tag teams, weren't they?
yeah, like any other era, they might have been a bit more fucking in the pecking order. But I feel right then it's probably why they didn't. But I think they could have. They had a decent run in that, but it just wasn't to be. But I thought they'd have been good champs. To be fair, but.
I still think that they're a team that if they were like they were then, around now, would still be equally as over and still equally as able.
Yeah,
They'd fit in because they were every bit as athletic as any of the fucking new people around now.
oh, definitely, yeah.
Uh, so my next one was just before WrestleMania 3, just
Right.
before. So like the fucking weekend before, I believe, because I haven't got a date, but I heard in the commentary that's how it worked out, like that it was kind of the weekend before.
Right.
Islanders, um, the Haku and Tama now when they were King Tonga and Tonga Kid before,
Yeah.
uh, against Moondog Spot and
Right.
the Gladiator.
All right. Okay.
Now, the Gladiator's Rick Hunter, who he's like a Florida guy, and I've always liked him from the days in Florida, and he was often seen on WWF TV, but he came over here in maybe I don't know 84, 85 ish, and there's a match on YouTube of him and King Kong Kirk, Mal Kirk, and
Right.
they're two villains, but it's just a rough, rugged fucking heavyweight match, like, and under British rules or with the rounds and all that, and it's I really enjoy it, so that's why I picked him. And I also wanted Spot because my intention was to watch two matches of just two teams, but I couldn't find two Moondog matches. So Spot and Rick Hunter will have to do. This was, I would say, there's more in it than the match with the fucking Moondogs. To be fair,
All right.
um, it was a right quick start with like Spot and Tama. Spot could fucking move, couldn't he? To be fair.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
there was all the fucking sleeping and leaping and drop kicking going on from Tama. Haku lifts Tama up for the splash, which was pretty cool. Haku with a drop kick, which knocks the fucking nose off Spot. Uh, then, like, Spot got bits in at this point, but then Spot tagged the Gladiator, and because the Gladiator is not the known guy, I suppose, they were all over him. They were fucking. I mean, they were beating the piss out of him by any stretch. They were looking after him, but he didn't get a lot in.
Right.
This fucking cool little spot where Haku backbreaking him, and then Tama came off with the knee. So like Demolition's elbow, but with Tama's knee.
All right. Yeah. Yeah.
That was pretty cool. Um, there's a shitload of slamming going on after the hot tag. Haku with a Boston Crab to the Gladiator. Gladiator gets to the ropes. The finish, Haku with a power slam, Tama with a splash. Yeah, a lot more to it than the Moondog Rex match. It put the other team out. Sorry, the Moondog match. It put the other team over way more than the Moondogs did earlier. Yeah, it was alright. It was enjoyable. Good. Four good workers in that, like proper good. Not that Moondog Rex is not good at all, but you know, it didn't affect him not being there. What you got now?
Next match is this time the heels. It's also from '87, so it was like obviously after the fucking heel turn, and I've only got '87, so fuck knows when. I just know it's later than the Demolition one because they're heels now. But it's against Jim Powers and Scott Casey.
Okay.
So I can't really.
Where's Paul Roma? That's my question. Did Paul Roma get the death?
There we go. Like I've put at the start. It was Powers starts with a great shine. Oh yeah, it's pretty cool kind of fucking little spot actually. So he's doing a shine. Fucking Powers, like Tonga sleeps as Powers is running towards him. So fucking Powers jumps over him but sleeps next to him. Fucking Tonga gets up, fucking does a 360 and takes a drop kick from Powers. Fucking beautiful spot. Absolutely fucking beautiful. So like, yeah, he jumps over him and literally sleeps next to him. We've done it on like the holiday camps, a similar situation, but like a little bit different as you know that spot where you sleep next to him and he looks at you, then he fucking sleeps over you, then you sleep and you keep sleeping, then the heel falls out. Right? Yeah. So they start off by like literally like the start of that. So he'll just jump over him and sleep next to him. But instead of Tonga like fucking looking at him and like what the fuck, he'll like won't look at him and he'll just feed round to the right and then turn round, fucking powers up and boom, hits him with a drop kick. Real good spot actually. Really, really good. What have I put here? Oh yeah, it goes. There's a point where Tonga goes for a fucking handshake on Casey, goes for the kick. Casey catches it, gives him the atomic drop, and then fucking feeds into the corner, tags Haku in, which was a pretty cool spot. The finish was just a double headbutt. Was it? Yeah, it was a double headbutt. It was a bit I really enjoyed the match. The ending was a bit fucking. It was a like diving double headbutt, but then on fucking Powers, Casey's out the ring, but it's like he was gonna try and make the save, but obviously too late because obviously it's a 3 count. But he was kind of there too early, like you know what I mean, like so
the save was possible.
You what?
So the save was possible.
Yeah, because it was like he was sprinting to make the save, and within about fucking 1 second he was fucked because he had to slow right down. That's basically what it looked like, you know what I mean? Yeah, so but no, it was a good match though. It was actually more even than I thought it would be. It was kind of more of a back and forth type match. But no, it was an alright match actually. Can't really.
Was Heenan with him?
Yeah, I think he was. Yeah. I'm sure he was there. Yeah, he was.
Right. So mine is May the 17th, 1987, from Challenge. So that would have been before yours because they're still baby faces. Two babyface teams: the Islanders versus the Killer Bees. The Killer Bees in training socks. It's one of those very nice, friendly babyface matches until Haku loses his shit with Brian. You know, because Brian pushes him to the ropes and Haku's like, fuck off. And then so it goes off a little bit, and then there's like glimpses of heel Islanders. In the finish, it is something that I've written that I forgot about, to be honest. Gorilla Monsoon all the way through the match is putting over Jim Brunzell's dropkick because like it's great, isn't it? Jim Brunzel's legendary drop kick, really.
Brilliant.
He's saying, the greatest drop kick in all of professional wrestling, and even Bobby Heenan is putting the drop kick over. Yes, it's a very good drop kick, and then he hits the drop kick. Does Brian? Does Jim? They don't mention a fucking word about it. No, they don't even acknowledge that he's done it. It was fucking right on the button, this drop kick, after like 3 minutes of them putting it over. I wonder if we're going to see his drop kick. Yeah, it was great. One of the best drop kicks in all of wrestling. And they were fucking, Gorilla was saying, oh, it reminds me of fucking, old Ricky Starr or so, someone from fucking a million years ago. Yeah, a brilliant drop kick. And then he hits the drop kick, not a word said. It was fucking brilliant. So in the end, Haku fucks the referee up for no real reason other than just the fact that he's now turned villain.
Right.
But this isn't the match with the Can-Am connection that I did look at for the heel turn, so I get a grasp of what I've said from Wikipedia. Islanders get DQ'd, so the Bees win. There must have been some kind of, that one of them psychos said apologies after this, so they could go into the Can-Am connection match all babyfacey. But yeah, it was nice. I quite like a babyface match, me.
Yeah, I do as well, to be honest.
Yeah, that was mine. You got one more?
Yeah, I've got one more. This one's from the Spectrum, Philly Spectrum, from '87 against the Bulldogs. So I thought I'd go with I'm not familiar with this one though, to be honest. But it was during the time. It was actually during the time that Matilda had been kidnapped. Actually, so they must have been in there fucking in that rivalry. Like, what year? What I'm just thinking. When was the match? It was at WrestleMania, wasn't it? The sixth
WrestleMania 4 would have been 88, wouldn't it? April 88.
Yeah. So this was. Well, this actually might have been 88. Actually, I put 87 question mark. It could have actually been 88.
Right.
But yeah, I'm guessing it's during their rivalry because there's no Matilda, and also right at the start, the Bulldogs like jump them. So obviously there's heat there already.
Yeah, they're pissed off, aren't they?
You what?
They're pissed off, yeah. So they must, they must have a reason.
Yeah, the Bulldogs jump them straight away. I've put like something fucking cracks me up in this match. Fucking Alfred Hayes always has me laughing with some of the shit he comes out with. Like fucking, the fucking the fucking slingshot. Like the fucking you can call it the slingshot or the fucking catapult, but he calls it the fucking boomerang. It's not anything like a fucking. It's not even like a fucking. It's like nothing like a fucking catapult or a slingshot. Like a boomerang comes fucking back, doesn't it? So the fucking wrestler's not bouncing back to you. I don't know where the fuck he got that one from. But I do remember a match actually watching with Hayes, and they were talking about a catapult. Like there wasn't one in the match, I don't think, or something. But this is going way back, and he said, "Oh, and if you're down under, you call it a boomerang." And I remember watching that match, thinking, "You fucking don't." But I'd never heard him say it in like actually about the fucking move itself. And he's like, it's like, and there's a boomerang. I was like, fucking, couldn't stop laughing to be honest. But I do love Alfred Hayes though. He's fucking brilliant. Yeah, but this match was really good. I think there was a couple of things in it, a couple of moments. There was a. You what?
Excuse me, just did a little cough.
All right. There's a couple of things in the match that look not awkward, but like from a if you like as a wrestler watching it, you might think that wasn't like kind of meant to happen, but they were so good at like rectifying the situation, it didn't look awkward, if you know what I mean. Like there was
A
just
lot of Dynamite matches look that way, but I think
yeah,
that was just style. It was rugged. It was real looking.
that's what I
You
was
know,
gonna say. It is
a
the
lot of
dynamite.
times, you don't always want it smooth as silk. Yeah, that's what I
No,
mean. Fucking Dynamite was so good because it looked like fucking legit. It might have
yeah,
been.
yeah.
So
But yeah,
you know,
definitely.
I don't think there's anything wrong with a bit of mishmash, and if someone's a little bit more rough than the other, looks rougher than the other. It's just fucking. It's meant to look rough, isn't it?
Exactly. That I've said that all along. Even like John, like my tag partner, we always say that sometimes when things look a bit messy, like the men will look messy. It's meant to be a fucking fight. Like, you know what I mean? So there's no harm
I
in not
said this.
looking
I
the
said
trick.
this yesterday to Mad Dog because I said, on the other hand, Brad Armstrong is the smoothest and greatest wrestler of all time. So everything I say has got terms and conditions. Like if you're gonna be smooth, you're gonna have to be fucking really smooth, or be prepared for a little hiccup and be happy with it.
Well,
You know.
yeah, it's funny because some of the best wrestlers that I've ever seen are smooth as fuck and everything looks crisp. So, but it's just it doesn't have to be though. That I
Yeah,
don't.
they're the best
That's
for a
not why
different
they're
reason, aren't they?
the best. You
Yeah,
are.
they're the best for a different reason. Like
Yeah.
I couldn't pick a best wrestler of all time because you know I like Tommy Rich's promos, but his wrestling was just all right. Whereas I like fucking different things for different things for different reasons. I like Hogan's charisma, but I wouldn't want to watch him do an hour. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everyone's got. You can't just pick one. So
Oh no.
with that said, I like the rough matches, and I also like Brad Armstrong and Bobby Eaton.
Yeah.
Anyway,
That
it's
makes
fuck all to do with it's fuck all to do with the Islanders.
I forgot we are talking about the Islanders actually. Um, but yeah, the fucking where were we? The finish of the match. The refs fucking getting in the way, and Dynamite just shoves him right on his fucking ass and gets the DQ there and then. So yeah, that was the end of the match. They got DQ'd for Dynamite pushing the ref over.
But then it makes sense because if they're going into the big feud match at WrestleMania, then you wouldn't want to put either team over because you want it open for WrestleMania, wouldn't you?
Yeah, yeah, makes sense.
My last one, Saturday night's main event. I can't give you a year because it's just 88. So at some point during 88, and again against the Killer Bees, I've already seen one, so this is the second one.
Yeah.
But Bobby Heenan's with him now, and he's in a beekeeping outfit and fucking mask and everything. Looks well funny. Um, it's a fast and rough and fucking. It looks legit. Like the start of this one. It's fast. It's clubbing blows and fucking bumps at the same time. It looked like the bees really want to win because they clearly pissed off of what happened last year. Do you know what I mean? There's a shitload of pin attempts on Tama really early. Like the fucking sunset flip and the backslide and all that shit. Like they're really trying to fucking get it in. Like the bees are trying to get over here. Not long till the Islanders, like it was a right good shine. To be fair, the bees were right fucking shining good, but only short. And
Right.
then it wasn't long till the Islanders cut Jim off. Quite rare to see as well. I thought Jim cuts Tama off, but Tama tags. When you try for the hot tag,
Yeah.
it was like a proper. It was a hot tag. It was the heat of a hot tag, but Jim didn't move. There wasn't even an attempt made for reaching for Brian, which I
All
thought was
right.
like pretty odd.
Yeah.
Sure, there was a reasonable explanation, and if it was explained to me, it'd make sense because like they know what they're fucking doing, don't they? The hot
Oh
tag,
yeah.
Brian and Tom now. There was two atomic drops, two slams on both of them. Eyes cut off to Brian, So Brian's fucking eyes are googled. So Jim chases Haku off, and then Jim gets back in with the referee, and Haku kills Brian. Who's right? They do this like the fucking behind and then roll into the ropes and roll up for the pin. Haku gets a kick into fucking Brian's throat. He's done.
Right.
It was like 4.5 minutes, fucking the whole video, and that was with the entrances and everything. So it was probably
Right.
like a fucking 3.5 minute match, but it was all go. So it made sense why the fucking heat, the shine was short, but then again the heat was short. The shine, the heat, and the fucking finish all seemed to have equal amount of time, if you know what I mean. But
Oh,
it was
yeah.
all fucking action, and probably the best of the 4 that I watched.
All right. Cool.
Good pick was the Islanders.
Yeah. Different.
So the next tag day will be not this Friday, but the Friday after.
Yeah.
Next Friday.
Back to normal Monday then.
Yeah, so Monday will be whoever we pick on Friday. So we're back to like singles then. So that'll give us something over the weekend to watch from it.
Yeah.
Islanders was your pick. So I'm picking Brad and Bart, the Batten twins, which might be a new name to people watching, and I know it's to you, but you'll love them, honestly. Fucking very popular team of the South, world class, and fucking huge villains in Puerto Rico, and cracking baby faces in the southern, territories, like a legit twins. So yeah, lots of fucking, the old double fucking goozle going on. That's enjoyable. That's that. And we're doing John. Now here's the fucking story. You said John Norton. We're doing on Friday. For some reason, I thought you said fucking Scott Norton, and I've already watched 4 Scott Norton matches. But I'm gonna have to watch fucking John Norton now.
Well, when you said when I said was John Nord fucking trained by Eddie Sharkey as well, or was he not? Was he nothing to do with that lot?
He was, yeah.
Oh, because that's where the confusion is then. Because was Scott Norton?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Yeah, because when you said another Eddie Sharkey guy, if that I didn't think
they tagged in the AWA as the Lumberjacks, so maybe that was the confusion. But
Norton
fuck knows why. No idea why I've got the confusion going on, but I was fucking adamant you said Scott Norton.
Yeah, you had me fucking second guessing myself when you said Scott Norton. I was like, I'm sure I said fucking John Norton. I was just fucking thinking about him when we were talking.
I think I would have been less shocked by John Nord than I was. But when you said, I looked back on the last video, so just to check. And when you went John Nord, I went, oh, random. When John Nord really isn't that random, because he was at least seen on WWF TV, which is like the TV to watch, right? As far as the wrestling public is concerned.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't have been that. I don't think I would have been that shocked. So even the second you said it, I probably thought he's just said Scott Norton. The filter's working in my ear hole, and it's clearly not. Fucked up somehow. Yeah, but that'll be on Monday now. John Nord. No, it won't. It'll be
Friday.
Friday. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I'm confused, but at least I know who we're doing.
So basically, we're gonna do the show on Wednesday. That what's it called?
As we would have.
Yeah. And then we're gonna do John Nord, and then basically on Monday we'll get back to normal and do the singles on Monday, and
so we've just switched around just because we're a day out because we didn't do Friday because it was very busy at Rose Towers.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what we'll do, and we'll see everyone then.